Good morning, Instagrammers. Welcome to a brand new session of PB Corner Live presents Young Guns of Indian Hairdressing. I'm Kanishka, the editor of Professional Beauty, and I really hope you have been catching up with all our sessions because we are bringing you some of the most inspiring stories that are currently being lived out, the success stories that are happening in the hairdressing industry right now. So I suggest you go to our website professionalbeauty.in and check out our schedule for this week so that you don't miss out on any of the young guns that we will be showcasing in through this entire week. Our aim is to bring to you new talent, share stories behind their success so that it inspires you to do better, to do more with your own career as a hairdresser. And well, the bottom line is if they can, so can you. So please stay tuned with us on across all our social media channels. Follow us on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, and get to know what is happening with the young guns of India. Joining us today is Tejasvi Contractor from Be Blunt, and she is going to tell us all about her journey as a hairdresser, the passion with which she started, and the path that she discovered, and what got her to where she is. Incidentally, Tejasvi is also influencer on Instagram. She has phenomenal number of followers. So I'm very excited to have her with us today. Hi,
Hi,
how are you, Tejasvi?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good too. Can you adjust your camera a little bit so that we see your face properly? There you go. Thank you. Right. Um, are you doing well, Tejasvi?
Yes, I am. How are you doing?
I'm good too, and you can hear me well.
Yes.
Wonderful. So, thank you so much for joining us today. It's lovely to have you on board, and you are one of the most inspiring young guns that we have in the Indian hair industry right now. So, we would love to know from you what was your journey like? How did you start? So, let us begin with understanding and knowing how did you discover your passion for hairdressing?
Okay. So, unlike other people, I discovered my passion for this when I already started doing my training. So, 3 months
Okay.
into the course is where I realized that, okay, this is what I want to do. This is when I was doing my training with P Blunt, and out of the 6 month course, the third month is when you can go to other like P Blunt salons and assist and try to be on the floor and get a gist of how it is to be on the floor. And that's when I realized how nice it is. It was looking at those happy clients, looking at the discipline, looking at different stylists. That's when I knew I want to do this.
Right. So, what made you join the course in the first place?
So I had just got done with my 12th, and we had a summer break, and I'd heard from my family friend about the B Blunt course, and this was
Okay.
more like a summer workshop that I thought I'll do, and it was really close to my college, and that's when I thought, okay, 6 months, not bad, let's do this course, and yeah, then I was doing the 6 month course.
Right. So, what happened after you finished your course? Did you get absorbed in the Bibram family right away, or you waited to graduate?
So I had to wait not because of graduation, because of my age. They wouldn't let
Okay.
me join because I was still 17. So my course was done in Jan. I had to wait until April to be 18 and then join them as an junior. But during that 4 months period, I would still go there every day and assist, go there, see my seniors, kind of develop some new skill, watch them do new things, and yeah. So I waited only for me to be the right age to join.
Right.
And while doing the course and while after joining through also, I had started to do my graduation.
Okay, so it's the waiting period that actually tested your mettle and showed your commitment towards hairdressing. Right. So, how was the experience of being on the floor for the first time? I'm sure you were not put on clients directly. There was a lot of back end work
Oh,
that you must have done.
yes. So at B Blunt, once you finish your course and when you join in, you actually join in as a junior for a year. You have
Right.
your tick sheets. You need to kind of master each haircut and color that was taught to you before you get on the floor to become a stylist. So I that 1 year was very interesting for me because I was not only learning and practicing what I had already done, I was actually getting to know many more things and practicing a lot more.
Right. So it kind of fine tunes your skills and makes you ready to serve the client, right?
Yes.
So this was your foundation course. This was your basic training. What more training and education did you get?
So, ever since I joined, there was no month that went without a training. That could be your product training, your skill training. It was I went through like because we work with Vela, we used to work with L'Oreal. There's Darwinus. There was system professional. So every time we had a brand that we would start working with, being a
Yeah.
multi-brand, we would keep going for those trainings. We had Olaplex training. We keep going for workshops and get trained through.
Right. So what happens once you become a stylist, once you start working on the floor? What's that feeling like?
That felt amazing, honestly, because I'd become a stylist. I'd completed my 1 year, and there I was. First day, I was going to be given a client, and I don't know
Okay.
how many people go through this, but my first client was a gents client. Oh, I was there. I was like, okay, you need to do this. Gone to my favorite senior and been like, okay, I this step, this like this, right? And I remember doing it like this, and she's like, yes, don't worry, breathe and just go do your thing and you'll be good. I said, okay. And there I was. First time holding my scissors at the client, cutting their hair, talking, and yeah, it was nice. It was amazing.
Right. What is the journey like for a stylist at B Blunt? So you are on the floor. How does each day pass? Like, what are the things that you do? Like, take us through your day.
So when I was a stylist, it was we have certain duties. You know, when you come in the morning, you need to do this cleaning, and then there's equipment cover. There is stock to be done. There is taking through other people through normal stuff and removing record cards and waiting for your day. So we had divided everything, but for some reason, I wouldn't like to stick to only my department. I would finish my work and then go to other people and start seeing what they're doing in order to help around. But moreover, is when a senior would get a client and there, it's like and especially them doing something that you like. So you're there right behind them, watching everything they're doing and trying to understand how, what, when, and why is he doing it. So as a stylist, it was more about still learning. Honestly, it was not. I would have learned more as a stylist and an advanced stylist than I learned through being a junior. Because now you have understanding about so much that you kind of
Yeah.
use your own head and your own experience, and you start putting things through.
Right. So that was when you were 19, I believe, and today you're 22. So what happened in the interim? How did you scale up?
Yes, so I was stylist for 2 years, and then I got promoted as an advanced stylist. But because I had spent so much time, my seniors did feel through that I can get promoted now. Also, then I got promoted as an advanced stylist. Along with that, also there's a tick sheet for that too. So you need to kind of advance skills are put in place, and you are kind of getting through with all those things also. And just last month, actually in December, but last month as official, I also got promoted as an assistant salon manager. So
Okay.
it's only been getting better through because of the process of learning, process of getting to know new things.
Right. So that's really an expansion of portfolio for you, because now you will be looking at a lot of admin work as well, being the assistant salon manager. And that also brings the onus of the reopening on you. So do you have any strategy in place, or how does it work at B Plant?
Yes. So ever since the lockdown, the very next week is what we started with our Zoom meetings, which included our trainings, our session with other multi brands, and our in-house trainings for things that how it's gonna be post the lockdown. We have a new normal set. We have new protocols. We have a few new techniques to work with people coming with grown out hair. So
Right.
we've actually kept ourselves ready. All we need to wait is for the lockdown to be lifted, and then things are gonna be nice because we are literally prepared. Not only stylists, like a pantry help, to our senior most and the back office, everyone is literally prepared for everything to come through.
Right. So it's going to be a lot of work now once the salon reopens. There will be a whole new protocol for sanitation and hygiene to be followed. And I really like this idea that you have actually got a technique in place to deal with clients who are probably coming to a salon after 3 months or 2.5 months. So that's interesting. Tejasvi, you have a lot of fan following on Instagram. You're like almost an influencer. So how did that happen? Did you consciously grow this following? You were into Instagram right from the beginning.
Yes, actually, it's also because I'm a very different person when it's not in the salon. I'm a very outgoing person. I do meet new people. I do so this is a lot more about my social life, and it's not anything intentionally that was done through. But I do use it a lot for things because I do get approached by people. It's not something that I felt comfortable initially because it's like, okay, I need to like think a product coming through and I need to show it through. But then I've kind of come in terms with it and I feel comfortable doing it now. So, however, I'm going to start using it to my benefit because I've not really done that. So, this lockdown, I've decided to kind of get my work together to put it through.
Right. So any tips for hairdressers who are looking at growing their Instagram reach? How do they go about it?
Yes, so one of my colleagues, Aliston, is amazing. He is amazing. Him and Vanessa, we have two of them who takes amazing pictures and they exactly know how to put their work through. So I'm kind of going to take lessons from them also. But things I've learned is how to take, you should keep taking pictures, you need to keep pushing them and posting them through. The light needs to be perfect, your styling needs to be good, it needs to look appealing. So yeah, it's something that you need to do. You need to keep posting your word because the interaction needs to be there. You cannot just post today and then disappear for 2 weeks and then post again. So that interaction with your followers needs to be constant.
So how often do you post?
So every second day should be good. Every second
Yeah.
day with something or the other. Yeah.
Right. So you already have so many followers, so I think every second day works for you. But for newbies, I think every day should be a better
Every
day.
day is nice, yeah, and doesn't
Yeah.
have to be only a picture of hair. It can be a tip. It could be something that is gonna be beneficial for your client. Anyone who's seeing actually, because on Instagram, everyone becomes your client because they're seeing your work. You put a tip,
Yeah.
you put a home care because right now in the lockdown, that's what they need. So you put your work through and let them see it, and they'll take through, and it will spread. It will be like, okay, I see it, I push it forward, I send it to a friend send it to someone else. So it's always growing through.
Right. As a stylist, which is which part of hairdressing do you enjoy the most?
Uh, okay, so I enjoying coloring. I enjoy it and I love it to bottom of my heart. It's something that I love. But then at the same time, if you do not have the correct shape in the hair, color is not going to look nice. So it actually comes
Yeah.
hand in hand. But color is something that I enjoy doing.
Right. So can you tell us which are the color trends that we should be looking forward to this year?
Think there is what even we have been working with and we are ready for is a combination of like a balayage with baby lights. Depends on what your client wants. Kind of work through with their demand. If they want it soft. They want chunky bits. They want fewer pieces. See what they want. See references, and they will come with the best reference. Something that is not gonna really fit into the hair, but customize
Yeah.
it for them, work around it, and work around things that people like seeing color through their face. So have it there. You don't have, you can work with different techniques to achieve a lot of same colors. Yeah.
Right. So in terms of color palette, what do you think would be trending?
Mm, I think people like before the lockdown also there were a lot of people coming in for things like burgundy and reds or there was the baby lights and the money piece back that would be blonde. So it actually depends, I think, with the age factor also. If you're a little more younger, you like going with your purple and ash. A little more in the mid, you feel like going with your burgundies because you feel like trying a little more. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So what is your career plan? Like, do you have anything charted in front of you that you want to follow?
Yes. So as you know, the whole assistant manager thing is going to come in place now post the lockdown. There's
Yeah.
also me getting trained by the company for becoming a trainer. So I'm
Wow.
kind of really excited about that, and it's kind of something I'm looking forward to. Not only not the whole factor of becoming a trainer is the learning that's coming through, because even through this whole process I am kind of learning and understanding, because it's fun, it's really interesting being with a lot of different people around you in the room and learning from them and from the trainer.
Yeah, it's very exciting actually to be a trainer, and education is the most important part of hairdressing. So I congratulate you on this new chapter in your career, which is about to open. All the best for this. I'm sure you're going to rock it. All right. So, what advice would you like to give to people who are considering hairdressing as a career, just trying to start in this field?
Okay, so people who are just gonna start, it's an amazing field to be in. This industry is massive. It's so huge. There's so many things that you can do. It's not just a salon floor where you're doing your haircuts and color. It is also your shoot life, your education life, you becoming just a consultant, because I heard people even starting to do that. It's so much you can do out of this knowledge, because if you're someone who is creative and who is interested in this field, it's something that's going to feel amazing. I've been in this for 5 years and there's no day that goes without learning. There's learning constantly. There is new ideas, there's new techniques, there are new people with new experiences and something to teach you. And do not give up if you're already in it, because there's a reason why you started this, so you need to continue doing it, but it's amazing.
Right. What is the best part of working at Blunt?
The best part to work with people, and actually there's so many, but something that makes me feel amazing about is you know how you have one person you look up to, but in this surrounding, this environment, there isn't one person that you look up to. There are so many people that you can look up to, so many people with so much to give out. So you can basically make your own palette. You can take something from someone and something from someone else and something from someone else from different field, and you can have them all. So Beelan allows you to get a palette of yourself and make who you are.
Right. Speaking of someone to look up to, Be Blunt it has Adhuna. Avan and Osh. So that's, you're right. There are too many people to look up to, and I'm sure your senior stylists are also equally inspiring. But how does it feel like working with celebrity hairdressers who are also your bosses?
Yes, it is actually very fascinating because when they come back from either their shoot or from their what do you call that, when they're working through and they're planning their design for the client and they come for the stylist and they're coming back, they have so much to share because it's not that it's that many looks that they come up with, right? They're
Right.
working with different people, they're creating a look for that specific character. So it's so nice to just hear them. Oh, so I did this because of this, and they always have a story. They have like this whole story planned up. So just
Yeah.
listening to them kind of works. Because when so I've not worked with a celebrity as such, and I work in a salon mostly. So for me,
Yeah.
I put it up to my clients. It's like, okay, I need to create a look for my client. So it comes up. So I don't have to create it for a person, but I need to start creating it for different clients, and every client needs to look different.
Right. Do you aspire to do film styling or for TVCs like how the other team at Bland is doing? Or are you
Yeah,
happy
it
working in
just
the salon?
I love it in the salon actually, I kind of feel like that this is my safe zone because every day is so different for me because
Yeah.
not like it's not interesting. I hear them and I feel very excited about that. But for me, being in the salon with my new role in place, I just think that's so much different because then I need to work not only with my colleagues, with my stylist and with inventory and with desk. It's just so much more to do in the salon space for me.
Right. Any notable client experience that you'd like to share with us? Okay, think of any, like a demanding client.
Oh, every client is demanding. Trust me. If they're coming to you, sitting on your chair, they're looking forward to look their best and step out. So even if they don't show that they're looking for something specific or something out of the box, they are. They're looking like a small change for them could be big. So at
Right.
no point are we thinking that okay, they just come here for a haircut and that's it. The trim is also something they've looked forward for. But yeah, so every client kind of has this really special place because 5 years into this, I've had clients for people who've been with me for 5 years too. So it's just so nice, and yeah, it's every client just has their own place.
Right. Now that you will be expanding your portfolio and have more looking into other departments also, are you undergoing any specialized training for that as well, like a salon management training?
So, like I mentioned, right during the lockdown, we've been having trainings.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So Bland does. They've been training us. So not.
Okay.
So they not train that one person to become something. They train everyone to become something, and then it's upon you. That how you take it through and how inspiring is that for you. And then the door open for every department. So you can one day stand up and be like, okay, I want to do shoots, and they'd be like, okay, come, let's do shoots. So it's
Okay.
something that you all get trained for, and you get the best of it. So now you decide what you want to do with it.
Great. So this is really uh, a very organic way of helping your young talent grow and giving them creative freedom and letting them show their talent is something that will help them not just in their careers but also with the salon work. So I really appreciate the way Bland is handling young talent and I'm very, very happy that you shared your story with us. There is a question by one of our viewers. I'd like to share that with you. Rinku Vora is asking, which company's color do you like the most for gray coverage?
Okay. So I we started working very closely to Vela, and I have
Yeah.
fallen in love with every portfolio of theirs. However, obviously depending on if you're allergic to a certain range like ammonia or something, but Illuminas for some reason works the best. Also because it has this amazing shine. So if you're looking forward for gray coverage, you should totally use Illumina. It does magic. Even for your refresh for the rest of the hair, it gives an amazing shine to your hair.
Great. I hope that answers the viewer's question. What are your plans for day one of the salon? Once you get back and you're right there in the middle of action, what would you prefer to do? How would you prefer to spend your first day?
Okay. So because of the new normal, we have
Yeah.
kind of had a social distancing, and we're gonna get clients differently. However, the first thing I literally have, I'm sure all of the stylists have their waitlist ready.
Yeah.
So I'm very much excited for my first client to be color, because I want to get hands on and I want to create something so good and kind of have, do an amazing haircut and treat their hair, because I'm sure everyone's hair during this whole lockdown is not how they would like to see it. But
Yeah.
yeah, first thing I want to do is go to the salon. I want to see my kid, which is there. I have one kid at home and I've kept one there. I want to sanitize it and all as per the protocol, but just spend some time with my kid and then meet all my colleagues to have a chat with them, meet my first client, start know about their lockdown and how they've gone through it, and yeah, give a new look, and yeah, that's it.
You're almost like a painter who's itching to paint. Like there is a canvas in front of you and you're like very eager to
Yes,
get down to
I wanna
work.
put it.
Absolutely.
But trust me, it is everyone. It is everyone waiting for them to have a canvas in front of them to paint and give a new look to the client.
Right. Also, when it comes to the whole hygiene protocol, what is in place for you at B Plant? Like, will you be wearing a PPE kit, wear visors?
Yes,
What
yes,
are,
yes. We have like a very something that is completely not normal for anyone. So it's the new normal, and from the waiting area to the insides, we have the kit, we have our safety protocols, we have shoe covers and mask and gloves. We are all prepared for with no space for anything to go wrong. That's why we've opened our Bangalore salons, and it's going so far good. We'll
yeah.
really look forward to Bombay to start functioning soon, because we are ready. We are completely ready with nothing going wrong for sure. And yeah, we're prepared from the desk to the pantry. It's all good and set.
Wonderful. So we too are looking forward for the salons to come back into action because there is so much now that the salons can do, and I'm really glad that they are all taking the whole hygiene and sanitation part very, very seriously. And
It's so nice
even
now.
yeah, it's going to be much, much better now. We have come to the end of our session, but before we sign off, I would like you to speak a little about hair education and why it is very important.
Speak about. I'm sorry.
Hair education.
Okay. So for me, this is something that I personally experienced through. When I finished my 12th and I started the course, I knew nothing about hair. Yeah, because it was the first time that I had understood hair so closely about through Bland Academy, and the first week is about hair science. It was about, it's very nice because for someone who didn't know anything, every week is so different. Every week is a new subject, a new trainer coming through and teaching you about new things. So it was very different. It was amazing learning, and only because of that, because of my foundation being so good, and I've learned through and understood through every tiny bit, is because of that I can now work with uh, whichever kind of hair that would come through, because they teach you everything. They teach you about, if you talk about straight, curly, wavy hair, they teach you about blonde, black or light brown hair. They teach you through everything. It is so important about having your education right. Also, because I was so much into studies and textbook, that it would just come through so well that I would sit and keep reading. Even now, when you talk about a product, it's so important to know the ingredient, not because you have to tell your clients about it. It's because you need to know about those certain things. So it's very important to know about your knowledge. It's very important to know about hair, because you'll be working with them and everyone's hair is different. So it's nicer to kind of have your education right. Your foundation needs to be amazing, and I thank Vedan so much, because if it wasn't for them, I would not be able to deal with all my clients through. And it's just nice because knowing about not only haircut and color, it's so important to know about um, every tiny bit from like the tip to the toe. Yeah.
Right. And it is equally important to continue with your training and education. There is no end to the education that you can have.
No, no, no. Like I mentioned, I still learn. I've learned more being a stylist and advanced stylist than being in my foundation course. So that's why this learning is continuous. You're never going to stop learning.
Right. And that's how you become a successful young gun. Thank you so much, Tejasvi, for joining us today. It was a
Thank
pleasure
you.
talking to you. And I hope you
Thank you.
get back on the floor and show your magic once again very soon. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much.
Bye bye.
Bye.